What's up and welcome back to another video, guys. Today I want to take some time and talk about what the next LEGO Star Wars Battle Packs might be coming in 2026 as well as 2027. We have a lot of information as well as some other leaks and rumors that I wanted to cover and be able to uncover what this next Battle Pack will actually end up being. We have a lot to talk about, so if you're excited, leave a like, and without further ado, let's get right on into this video. Now, I figured that the best spot for us to start in is the first Battle Pack of 2026 that's actually locked in, that being set 75449, the Mandalorian Battle Pack. This has 116 pieces as well as a retail of $22.99, and it will be releasing on January 1st of 2026. The minifigures here are going to be two 332nd Clone Troopers as well as two Maul Mandalorians, and this being a battle pack that has seen some very mixed reviews in regards to the fans for LEGO Star Wars, I still think has some ups as well as some downs. I think the Maul Mandalorians are definitely the highlight here, a minifigure that we haven't seen for so long, and them being a pretty expensive minifigure, especially when you want to army build them, it'll definitely be great to see them and become very accessible in a battle pack. However, on the other side of things, we have the 332nd Clone Troopers appearing in yet another battle pack. Now, they already had an entire battle pack dedicated to them once in the past, so to see them reappear again, it's just a little bit unfortunate as they are a very accessible clone trooper, only costing around $2 a piece. So a lot of people would have wanted to see, two Maul Mandalorians as well as two normal Mandalorians, or just straight up 4 Maul Mandalorians, but at the end of the day, I still think this could be a pretty fun battle pack, and as of right now, it looks like the build is going to be some sort of speeder as well as a small little barricade or like gun mount area. So I still think this does have some good potential as a battle pack, but it is a little bit disappointing. But let's move on to the future of battle packs and what we could be seeing in the tail end of 2026 as well as 2027. Now, one of the biggest battle packs on everyone's wish list right now is a Galactic Marine Battle Pack. We recently saw them get introduced to LEGO Star Wars through the Turbo Tank, and that being a set with some pretty bad reviews to say the least. A lot of people have been advocating for LEGO to release these Galactic Marines in a battle pack so they're not exclusive to the $160 Turbo Tank. And while that would definitely be ideal, will that be something that LEGO is going to end up doing? Well, we don't know, but I do think having the Galactic Marines appear in a battle pack would be the perfect opportunity to get them in an army buildable set instead of needing to pay $160 just to get 3 Galactic Marines. Now, if we did get some sort of battle pack with them, I would ideally want it to be at that $23 price point with 4 Galactic Marines as well as some build, whether that be some small little speeder or like a little dropship in this mock-up. And I do think that this is something on the table for LEGO because they did spend a lot of money on that mold for the helmets, and they would ideally want to make it appear in some other sets as well. Now, whether they keep them exclusive to the Turbo Tank or make them reappear in a new set is still up to time, but I do think when it comes down to a Galactic Marine Battle Pack, it's one that the fans definitely want, and I think that it is one that is very possible with them still being on the production line, and it being a very desired minifigure, and with LEGO sinking all of the money into making them, it would be not surprising to see them appear in another set, whether that be a battle pack or something else. Now, a lot of people think that the Galactic Marines will also appear in the 2026 Advent Calendar, as well as some sort of foil pack in the future, but time will have to tell. I think they'd be perfect for a battle pack, and we'll just have to wait and see. Now, sticking on the topic of Clone Trooper battle packs, there's been a rumor floating around that the Wolfpack Troopers will be making a return to LEGO Star Wars in the coming years. And, well, I've talked about this before, and I feel like that rumor is more of a wish list than an actual rumor, so I wouldn't get your hopes up, but I do agree in the fact when looking toward all of the Clone Legions that LEGO has not remade or put in some sort of battle pack or set in recent years, the Wolfpack are definitely at that top of the list. So, I'm no betting man, but if I had to bet, I feel like the Wolfpack will be one of the next Clone Troopers that we see, and seeing them in a battle pack would be perfect, as that is once again another clone battle pack that we've wanted to see for so long and have never ended up getting. We saw the Wolfpack appear once in their Phase 1 armor in the Republic Frigate, as well as seeing them in their Phase 2 armor in the AV-7 cannon, and it's been so long since we've seen them, and them being very expensive minifigures would be perfect to see a new version of them introduced into some sort of battle pack or a set. And like I said, with this rumor not really being one that I am standing by, I don't think that there is much backing it as of right now, I still believe that the Wolfpack would be a perfect option for LEGO to put in a battle pack, and I feel like it's definitely up there on LEGO's table of potential clone troopers to put in a future battle pack. And then as for our last Clone Legion, so this video isn't exclusively about clone trooper battle packs, goes to the 212th Clone Troopers. We recently saw the new version of the 212th Clone Troopers appear in the ATTE. We even saw them in the foil pack as well as seeing them in the Advent Calendar, so it does leave us with the option of getting a a battle pack at some point in the future. Now, back in 2014, we saw the 212th Clone Trooper battle pack, that being hailed as one of, if not the greatest clone battle packs in LEGO Star Wars history, leaves a lot of people to want them to rehash that battle pack in this newer style of Clone Trooper, getting your 212 Clone Troopers as well as some Airborne Troopers. The last time that we saw the Airborne Trooper was in that General Grievous Starfighter, and that being such a good minifigure and costing quite a lot of money, making it not easy to army build the Airborne 212th Clone Troopers, would make it a perfect introduction to a battle pack. Now, unfortunately, if we saw them in a battle pack, they would not have the wastegapes, they would have printed wastegapes, but I still think it would make a great battle pack, the 212th being probably the second most favored of the Clone Legions after the 501st, so I feel like they definitely would be up there as a battle pack contender, and right up there with the Wolf Pack. I feel like it's at the top of the table for LEGO to choose from when making their next clone battle pack. And as for the build, I think getting a Crab Droid would be perfect. It's something that was missing from the ATTE when we got the Dwarf Spider Droid instead of a Crab Droid, so LEGO could definitely remedy that mistake by giving it to us in a battle pack. But now, let's move on to some different kind of battle packs that we could see in the future. Now, the year 2026 also coincides with the 10th anniversary of Rogue One, which leads a lot of people to want a new battle pack based off of the old Rogue One sets that we got back 10 years ago. And there really is two main options here. Now, the first is a battle pack that we actually already got 10 years ago, being the Imperial Trooper battle pack, where you had 2 Stormtroopers as well as 2 Death Troopers. And that being an amazing battle pack, and one that a lot of people would love to see a rehash of for the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. And while this actually does seem kind of likely, as LEGO has just reintroduced the Death Trooper molds in the Night Trooper battle pack, so all they would have to do is change up the printing and we would have our Death Troopers once again. And this would be perfect, coinciding with the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. However, I feel like it is not really the best option, because I feel like when I think of Rogue One, I think of the Shore Troopers, and I feel like when it comes to the Shore Troopers being a lot harder to get your hands on than the Death Troopers, I think would definitely warrant getting a battle pack instead. And I think the Shore Troopers just being so iconic to Rogue One, as well as their brief appearance in the second season of Andor, I think would be perfect to see. And I feel like there wouldn't really be another opportunity to get Shore Troopers in the future if we don't get them for the anniversary of Rogue One, where the Death Troopers could definitely make an appearance in the future. So getting a Shore Trooper battle pack would definitely be on the top of my list. I feel like getting 4 Shore Troopers just straight up, or getting a little bit of variation in there, even if they mix the Death Troopers as well as the Shore Troopers, giving us 2 Shore Troopers as well as 2 Death Troopers, would be perfect. But either way, I feel like these Shore Troopers definitely do deserve a battle pack of their own, them having such a good design and also being one that is pretty hard to get your hands on. But either way, I really hope to see a battle pack come in 2026 for the anniversary of Rogue One. I think it is very deserving, and some of those older sets just being so goated definitely deserve a rehash in 2026. Next up, another Imperial battle pack that so many people want to see is the Minbin Trooper battle pack. Now, this one is going to be very, very unlikely. The only time that we ever saw the Minbin Mud Trooper was in the Solo TIE Fighter, and with Solo not being the most well-perceived movie, especially at this time, I don't think that LEGO would revisit them anytime in the future, anytime soon. However, I do think that it would be a perfect battle pack that would sell very well if we got some of those Mud Troopers as well as some of the officers in there as well. Ideally, it would just be 4 of the Minbin Troopers. However, I doubt that is the way that LEGO would go about making this battle pack. But those just being some of the peak design for Stormtroopers that we have ever seen, with the camo mud splatter all over and the really nice cape, would be so good to get them in an army buildable set, especially because the minifigure is like $85 on its own, would definitely warrant a battle pack and would be a lot of fun. However, that is one that I really do not think is likely. As much as many people would really love to see it, I just don't see it as something that we would ever really see in the future, just given the fact that the Solo movie, first of all, just not being super well perceived and it not really coinciding with any anniversary or anything like that. And lastly, onto some Rebel battle packs. I feel like that is something that we have been kind of lacking. The last one that we got was the Rebels versus Stormtrooper battle pack and that Super battle pack, but I really just want a plain old Rebel battle pack reminiscent to the old one that we got back in the day in 2007. We could just get 4 Rebel fleet troopers and it would go perfect to complement any Rebel army, as there really isn't any good way to army build your Rebel army unless you are buying that Super battle pack. And I feel like that would be the perfect way to go about getting it. Just getting 4 Rebel fleet troopers. Maybe if you wanted to get a little crazy, throw something else in there as well. But I think as for the build, just reminisce of the previous one with that Rebel speeder, which definitely wouldn't be necessary as that is the same build in the Super battle pack. Could be cool to get something a little bit different. Now, as for other things for the Rebels, you could even get a rehash of the old Hoth Rebel battle pack, where you get that cool little build where it is like a little bit of a tank slash speeder hybrid, as well as getting all of your iconic Rebel troopers. It's been so long since we've seen the Hoth troopers appear in a set. The last time that we saw them was in that little normal blister pack with the 3 of them, but I think getting them in a battle pack would be a lot of fun, and if LEGO does go to revisit the Hoth wave coming in the future, especially with the anniversary of some of these original trilogy movies coming up soon, I do think that it definitely would be a likely battle pack to see. And lastly, for our battle packs, I want to talk about one battle pack that we could be seeing in 2027, coinciding with the anniversary of Attack of the Clones. A battle pack that we've needed and definitely been void of in the past couple of years has been just a plain Phase 1 Clone Trooper battle pack. We haven't really gotten one since 2008, and getting one for the anniversary of Attack of the Clones, where you could very easily just get 4 of your Episode 2 style Clone Troopers based off of Geonosis, I think would be a perfect battle pack. You get a plain little build, reminiscent of what we saw with the previous one that also came with Ki-Adi-Mundi as well as Barriss Offee. However, it would not have the Jedis. That definitely didn't go over well in the community, and I agree, no one wants to be army building Ki-Adi-Mundis as well as Barriss Offee, but I feel like in 2027, there's a very high likelihood to see the Phase 1 Clone Troopers reintroduced to LEGO Star Wars. Giving us this battle pack would be a perfect opportunity to get a new army buildable variant of the Phase 1 Clone Troopers, as we are pretty much dominated by the Phase 2 Clone Troopers right now. But that is going to do it for all of the battle packs that I think that are most likely to see over the next couple of years. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, and let me know what battle packs you want to see in the next couple of years. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe. Drew, signing out.